The demonstrations which had started at Uhuru Park appeared peaceful. The leaders had implored on their followers not to harass or steal from anyone, but only exercise their democratic right to protest. It is one of the biggest demonstrations yet since NASA began its latest round of protests against IEBC and the amendments to the election laws. And even though the NASA principals are still missing from the protests, leaders from other regions in the country today joined in. The NASA coalition says that even though its presidential candidate has withdrawn from the election, it doesn't mean that IEBC and Jubilee can have their way, as the opposition still insists on a fresh nomination and the full implementation of its list of 11 irreducible minimums.
Raila lazima awe katika uchaguzi, lakini uchaguzi ya haki na ukweli. Kwa hivyo maandamano ya leo ni kuonyesha watu wa Kenya na Chebukati ya kwamba hawezi kuandaa uchaguzi bila Raila Odinga.
Lakini hatunyamazi mpaka haki ipatikane.
Hakuna uchaguzi itafanyika Kenya hii bila Raila Odinga. Na wakitaka kuona chenye kitafanyika wajaribu.
The protesters, some of whom had come to the demonstrations with all manner of props, made 2 rounds in the central business district. Every time they passed the IEBC offices at Anniversary Towers, they let their demands known to all who could hear them. But it wasn't all rosy. Several times, police had to lob tear gas canisters at the rowdy crowd. In the first instance, reports say police were trying to separate a mob that had descended on a pickpocketer. In the ensuing melee, this man had an injury on his foot, having been a victim of the stampede. Other times, police lobbed the canisters to separate the NASA demonstrators and other groups that had attempted to interfere with the protests. There were also looters in the crowds. This video, recorded outside this restaurant next to the Holy Family Basilica and circulating on social media, shows people believed to be part of the demonstrations looting supplies of soda outside the restaurant. NASA, however, says the demonstrations will go on. The next one takes place on Friday. With the opposition's threat to escalate the demonstrations from next week, scenes like this could be witnessed in all major towns in the country 5 days a week. Ochieng, NTV.